and walk in obedience to God. So you willfully do all those things yourself. God never give you the spirit of fear and doubt. He give you the spirit of peace and love and joy. So all you have to do is step in. In the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve had a choice. So they made the wrong choice. To obey God's command, not to eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and enjoy the blessing that were there in the Garden of Eden, or to disobey God, forfeit their blessing and die. Satan had absolutely no power over them to make them disobey. Adam and Eve yielded their will, they rebelled, they willfully chose to obey. See, how many times do we make that choice to obey God in things? When He says for us to do something, how many times do we say no? How many times do we turn our back? How many times do we get fearful and walk away from what God wants us to do? See, we have choices. Every one of us have a choice to make. So we can make that choice, because in Romans 6, 12 and 13 it tells us, let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body, that ye should obey it in the lust thereof. Let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body. If you let sin reign, you'll follow sin. If you let righteousness reign, you'll follow unrighteousness. Neither ye are your members as instruments of unrighteousness, unto sin, but ye are yourself unto God. So there's your choice, right there. You got a choice. Let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body, that ye should obey it in the lust thereof. Neither yield ye your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin, but ye are yourself unto God, as those that are alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness unto God. And the death that you arose from a sin. See, the death, because death, the Bible talks about sin is death. So we rise out of that. We're no longer living in that. We made a choice to come forth. We made a choice to come out of that darkness. We made a choice to come from hell to heaven. We made a choice to step over from the narrow road to the wide. Or from the wide road to the narrow. I get it right now. From the wide road to the narrow road, we stepped over to follow Christ. The wide road is destruction. The narrow road is peace, joy, love, contentment. See, that's the road that leads to glory, that leads to heaven. So step over and let Christ lead. The children of Israel were given a choice. They were given a choice to obey God's commandments and enjoy the blessing He had promised in the covenant, or to disobey. They were given a choice. Forfeit the promise and reap the curse. The children of Israel yield their will. They rebelled. They choose to disobey. They willfully turned their back on God, rejected His voice, and followed their own will. See, time after time, God pleaded with Israel, yet they refused to hear Him. They hardened their hearts and choose instead to follow their own ways. See, we harden our hearts towards God and we follow our own ways, because that's the choice we make. They rebelled instead of taking possession of their inheritance and the blessing of God. They choose the curse and death. So did you make a choice? Make a choice to choose life, or did you make a choice to choose death? Anytime we choose life outside of Christ, we're choosing death. Because death comes through sin. So we make a choice. You also have a choice to obey God, live in victory, enjoy His blessing, inherit His life, or to disobey God, live in defeat, forfeit His promise, and be purchased with everlasting destruction. Your will is a powerful force which determines the course of your life. See, you have a powerful force, your will, within you. And God give you a free will. So you make a choice to take your will under control. Not let sin take your will, but you take your will in control under Christ. No one can take it from you. Satan cannot cross the borders of your will without your permission. See, the thing is, Satan cannot cross the borders of your will without you saying so. You make a choice.